Go Big Red, everybody. This is Husker Hollis here for your weekly Husker therapy after that disappointing loss against Iowa. But we got some good talking points, and it's snowy. We had our first snow here in Nebraska. The weather conditions are bad, but if you look off into the distance, oh, man, it's going to be a tough landing. But there's the Jumbo Jet John Lynn, and I see you.
Oh, man.
Oh, he just landed. Oh, good.
Got to shake off all that snow.
Oh, my goodness. It's good to see you, Jumbo Jet. It's good to see you.
Hey, I'm doing good. Not bad. I mean, season's over. Man, was it a quick season.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Disappointing 2 losses. It's awful tough, and we got a lot of scuttlebutt or what Chippy would call, I'm holding the frog Chip bought me last Christmas. Rumors and speculation is what Chip would say.
It's that time of year.
I'm going to call it scuttlebutt, but he would go, rumors and speculation.
Yeah, it's that time of year. I mean, heck, we already got
so we got some drama.
Changing, coaches and everything else.
I like scuttlebutt. I like the term. We got some scuttlebutt. And also, this is going to be some good podcasts because we've noticed more people tune in the podcast when we do bad. And then also, we have some tension here. We have Jumbo Jet is on Team Raiola. I admit I am on Team Latif. And by the way, I am going to walk back one thing from last week. Even though online, Latif's official nickname is The Tiefer, I've come up with a better nickname for TJ Latif. You guys ready for it? I ran it by Mike Gap and Tiffany Gap, and they think it's okay too. So here you go. Ready?
Right, what is it?
Tiefels.
Tiefels.
The little Tiefels.
Yeah,
you like it better? Yeah, Tiefels. So I'm on Team Tiefels. You're on Team Drillin' Dylan. There you go. Drillin' Dylan Raiola. But so anyhow, here's what's disappointing. Tiefels really didn't play a bad game. He did get hurt, and that affected things. Rule must not have thought Grandstad, a.k.a. Granddad, was ready, so he let Tiefels play hurt. EJ had a great game, but it's just our defense. Iowa, they carved us up pretty good. Penn State exposed our defense. It's rough, and here's what's disappointing about the loss. Okay. Iowa has significantly less NIL funds, significantly less national championships, significantly less tradition, significantly less recruiting. Right. We beat Iowa in everything, but not only did Iowa beat us, this time they gave us the business down there. To put it in layman's term, they gave us the business down there.
Here's what I would say, because I actually went to the game. I was excited to go to the game. And, last week I said, my Nebraska-Oklahoma is the rival game. It always have been, and still today it still is.
Yeah.
But I didn't, I don't like Texas.
No.
All right?
Horns down.
Well, guess what? I still don't like Texas.
Horns down.
But I know hate's a very bad word.
We can use it for Texas.
No, but I do not. I hate Iowa.
Oh, you finally get it. I talked to you.
The fans are idiots.
Oh!
Okay. They are. I sat by one that was nice. He was nice, and you're going to always have. But a lot of them, we had 2 drunk Iowa Hawkeyes get kicked out of our section.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Flipping us off, everything else. And the worst thing is, where I'm sitting at, we had a dad who's in the military and brought his daughter. And I would say she's probably 5 years old, probably the first Husker game. And my son was sitting by her, and we're sitting there. I'm like, hey, do you want to share my blanket? We brought some blankets so she can sit on it. And so we're doing that, being nice, and we just have all this stuff around it. And I'm sorry, I'm not really big on the alcohol sales in Memorial Stadium.
I still am not. I don't
I understand why they had to go that way because of revenue. I get it.
But I don't. We sold our soul.
Yeah. And the thing is, the last 2 games I've been to, that's the part that was really bad. I mean, I understand that people are going to drink before they get in Memorial Stadium because of the tailgating. I get that. That happens all the time. But at least by the midway through the fourth quarter, they're have a little bit of buzz maybe left, then not like fully drunk. Okay, and that's ridiculous. All right, and the dad left a little bit early. It was cold. It was there.
Yeah.
Very nice, and everything else. People in that section right there was really nice with the girl and everything. But people outside a little bit, there's some stuff that shouldn't have been said, and then that's the part that torques me off. So that's the part where I just like, I get the cockiness that we haven't won in out of the 10 years one time. I get that. But one thing I would say about Iowa with Kurt Ferentz is he's been there for 25 years. He knows what he's doing. He keeps the kids there, and he develops them.
They have way less of everything than Nebraska.
They do.
But not only does he beat us, he clobbers us, and that's what's infuriating.
Yeah.
On my Facebook, there's a fan group from Iowa that comes up. They have lots of really mean jokes about Nebraska. All we say is we dislike Iowa, and we have more natties. We don't really, I guess we call them, and they're corn, and we say idiots out wandering around, Iowegians. That's it. They do lots of mean jokes on us. Like, they definitely kind of poke us more than we poke them. It's kind of crazy.
That's because they want what we have.
Yeah.
And they can never get it. Anyway, but what I'm going to tell with the Kurt Ferentz is no different with Osborne. He developed his players.
Yeah.
All right, he was there for 25 years. He had the same coaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes he might have had to get rid of a coach or two.
He had to get rid of his son.
But
yeah.
And when and the thing comes down to is like you got to do what you need to do to make us better.
Yeah.
And that's the part where I'm disappointed in the season. I think we should have really been 8-4.
Yeah,
the
or more.
Michigan, or not Michigan, but the Minnesota game. That's the one that I think we laid an egg on.
Big time.
The Michigan game, the USC game.
We could have won.
We could have won those games, and it would have been a different story.
Oh yeah.
I think we would have felt different.
We would have been in the playoff talk. We really would have been.
And I think it would be different if we would have beat Iowa, but we didn't. But the thing is, like, I get that, and I'm glad the fans are upset about it. And I think listening to Coach Rule said, "Hey, the fans have the right to be upset." Thank you, Coach. We do.
I'm glad because it's a high pressure job, and we do have a right to be upset.
But I'm going to tell you, the fans, we have the right to be upset. But on the other end, we better make sure that we're upset for the right reasons and look and make sure that we see the baby steps that we're making. Because here's the deal. We went 7-5.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go 5-7 or 4-8?
No, because Frosty just went 5-7.
We could do that again, and then you're going to be upset. Blah 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 blah. And now we're upset because we're 7-5. Okay, we are going to the bowl game. We have another winning season. Okay, next year if we go 8-4, and the next year's
that's going to be hard to do with our schedule next year. But we get more NIL bucks, so who knows?
We'll get more NIL bucks if we get Dylan stays. I hope he does, and everything else. And I was there. Okay. I'm going to say TJ, I think he has progressed in the last 3 games.
He's a freshman.
Yep. And
Teefels is a freshman.
And I get that, but he had a great game at UCLA. And that's UCLA, warm. He's from there. He gets that pump.
Teefels was just in his element.
Yep. And I'm all right with that. But when he played against the big boys, he did not shine.
No, he did not.
Okay, at all.
He did not. And
right.
Raiola he sometimes gets it
Raiola
decent.
Shined against those big guys. Same thing when we played all them guys last year, and he played as a true freshman. Okay, he made those passes. I watched TJ, and I love the kid, but he cannot throw the ball. He cannot make those passes right now. Yes, he can scramble out of some places where Dylan can't, but Dylan Raiola is better suited for the offense we have running now than TJ is, because here's the reason. We got a good running back, Emmett Johnson, who can take the load off and is running. He had over 200 yards. First time since Amir Abdullah.
Yep.
Okay? And that's been, 10 years?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, 200-yard game. All right, and I hope that kid comes back, because if he comes back and he plays with a chip on his shoulder, and we got Dylan, I think we could really turn heads next year. But we gotta sort the Scuttlebug stuff out.
It's going to be interesting what it is. Now, one thing about Teefels, lots of his throws were on the money, but Dane Key had a horrible game. He had hands like James Hollis out there. He could not catch the ball.
I watched the game. He was not on it.
All right. There was a few dimes that hit him right in the hands.
There's a couple of them that were.
Okay.
But I'm just saying there's a lot of them that weren't.
It was also a very windy game, too. And
not as windy as it was on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's true.
And I saw a buddy of mine's son who threw the ball a lot better make those throws.
By the way, I want to just send a congratulations to Grand Island Central Catholic. They didn't win state, but great season.
Oh, yes.
They had a windy game. Maybe on a different day they would have done better, but I just want to congratulate them. I'm not an alumni of Central Catholic, and I work for GIPS, but I work at the church, and a lot of the altar servers and my religious ed students go to Central Catholic, so I heard all about their season, and that was kind of cool, so yeah.
And it's good for those guys. And I'm gonna tip my hat to Sydney Red Raiders. I taught there for 12 years.
Oh, cool.
These seniors that play were kindergartners my last year.
Oh.
And I knew they were good athletes coming through.
Nice.
And I know a lot of those kids' parents, and raising my kids there the first couple of years of their lives, and it was fun going down there because I went down and watched. Ran into a lot of friends of mine that were down there, my neighbor and everything. It was a fun atmosphere. It was good for the community, especially with all the stuff that happened in the last 10 years with Cabela being moved and all that stuff, corporate stuff. But that's one thing, like you said, Grand Island Central Catholic, good for them. But Sydney Red Raiders, you did a great job down there, and you played against the two-time state champions against Wahoo, and you only out total yard by 1 yard. You played a better game than they did. So my hat's off to you guys.
Okay. So that's that disappointing loss.
But do you think the year was disappointing?
Here's the thing. It was progress until these last two games. Ben Schwartz, who's been on this podcast before, I actually sent him a hat years ago, kind of, because he was an honorary host at one point. And I'll have to get you a hat too, by the way.
Wear it proud.
But yeah. But anyhow, what he posted on Facebook today, he put, bowls really don't matter when coaches leave before the bowls or they get fired before the bowls. Players sit out and do the people actually make money off of the bowls, because usually the bowls are half empty. But he goes, but no team more than anyone else absolutely needs to win their bowl game now more than Nebraska. Sure. And that's the tough thing. We got to win the bowl game, because when you lose two back-to-back to two unranked teams that bad, it makes a step forward look bad. It really does. And if Raiola leaves, and I've also heard Ja'Cory Barney might be leaving. I've heard we're having a lot leave because of lack of development from Rule. I don't know if I believe that, but that's the scuttlebutt, and I'm going to go more into scuttlebutt. First of all, scuttlebutt says we're either playing LSU, Missouri, or Vanderbilt now. I don't love those teams. I would think Mizzou would be the one that we'd match up the best with, but Mizzou gets up for bowl games. Mizzou has 4 losses, and they're actually ranked in the top 25. But that's the scuttlebutt I just heard today, and it's pretty much, and we're going to either go to Detroit or the Music City Bowl. It's that or that now.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But we can always get surprised. It does look like any of those opponents are not a great matchup for us, and that's what's tough. Do you want to go to a better bowl and get your tail kicked, or do you want to go to the Pinstripe Bowl and win? I don't think we're going to the Pinstripe Bowl. I don't think anyone loved being there except for the fact that we were in a bowl, but I don't know. Maybe the 2 losses plus a bowl loss might help the team get its poop in a group. Who knows? But we'll see. I know 93 Nebraska, disappointing loss in the Orange Bowl that we should have won. That helped motivate 94, so who knows. So that's one scuttlebutt. Here's the latest scuttlebutt I've been hearing. we had Dylan's brother leave. He decommitted. The scuttlebutt I heard from a source who claims to talk to the players said that Donovan is being let go, and the only reason the line has looked a little bit better these last 2 games is because Rule has stepped into practice and took over the line coaching. That's just what I've heard from this guy who has been talking to the players. That's just scuttlebutt. And here's the next thing. Dylan is also leaving because they're letting go of Donovan. And also, supposedly, Dominic asked Rule for a raise for Dylan. And Dylan is already getting $3 million, and Rule said no. He hasn't earned a raise. Dylan is good. He's helped give us some good positive national buzz, but he is not mobile at all, and that hurts a little bit. I don't know. He was at Nebraska 2 years, which is longer than he's been anywhere else. If they're honestly not that loyal, then good riddance, in my view. I know you really like him. I have let him go in my mind mentally. I'm disappointed about Ja'Cory Barney leaving. Oh, what's that? Las Vegas Bowl now? And what's that? But I heard the latest updates are that. Athlon. Okay, Athlon is the one that differs. Who does it say we play? Athlon differs. Utah, which they're ranked. They're in the top 15. It doesn't look favorable for a bowl win, but maybe we need to get a bowl. I don't know. We will see. Maybe playing better competition will help. My only thing is during the Frost era, we played the toughest of the tough, and we got creamed, and it really didn't help us. But I don't know. The scuttlebutt is Raiola's leaving, and some others are leaving due to lack of development. I've been hearing the D-line coach is going to be gone. I've been hearing Donovan is going to be gone. There's some scuttlebutt about Butler leaving or just getting demoted back to DBs. I don't know. Tony White is rumored to be getting fired at Florida State. I wonder if we get Tony White back. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Holgerson has been kind of disappointing this year. Half of the season they said he wasn't even running his offense. He was running Satterfield's. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, I'm not calling for the heads. I'm just reporting the scuttlebutt that I have heard from someone I know who knows players in the program. I don't know what he's going to do, and here's the thing with Ferenz. Ferenz has left. He's let coaches go. He even had to leave his son go. But for the most part, he's got continuity of staff. It's tough. You got to know when to cut someone loose and when to maintain continuity. From my perspective, it looks like the Raiola family kind of buffaloes Rule a little bit, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see them go. When Rule was asked what he was going to do, he said he was going to surround himself with positive people and get rid of the toxic people. I thought it was a read between the lines saying the Raiolas are toxic, but that's just my perception. I may be wrong because I thought Rule was going to leave us for Penn State. There were people online saying it was a done deal, he was gone. So, like I said, this is just scuttlebutt, or as Chip would say, rules and speculation.
Yeah, rules.
Those are my thoughts on that. I do think Donovan is going. I can't see us staying. If he doesn't go, I like your idea. Get him a helper.
And here's my
and that's
thought.
Fine because he is decent at recruiting on the O-line.
I did watch that podcast from that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe anything on it because it comes down to Dylan's dad,
Yep.
Dominic, is the mastermind of this whole thing.
Yeah.
He's the one who wants to get money for his brother and
his son.
And the thing is, like, why would you cut your own throat? You are Husker royalty, all right? Yeah, you came in here and everybody loves you. Why would you cut your own throat?
Yeah.
Because if you do this, you'll never show your face here.
We were the only school that would let Raiola start as a freshman,
right.
And that doesn't mean anything.
And to me is you did all this him hauling around. Okay, I'm committed to Ohio State, and if I was there, guess what I'd be playing for right now? A Natty maybe. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna go to Georgia, and if you're there, you might be playing for a Natty again. Okay. Well, guess what? You came to Nebraska because you want to turn this over. I'm sorry, but to me, I get that. Why would you cut your own throat? All right, really, it's Dylan's choice because if it's not about money. They have plenty of money there. Okay, that family is loaded. Okay, I get having family members and everything else. I get it, But I'm sorry, if my brother, I mean, to me, I would sit there that he would probably be more mad at his brother. Like, your job is to protect your nephew, and you're not doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Really, it's Donovan's fault.
Yeah.
Dylan is hurt. I'm going to say that they weren't he wasn't protecting the nephew.
And to me, that's who. All right, now, if they keep him there or not, maybe they should do what they did with Osborne back in the day. They had 2 coaches. You got Milt Tillenfer and Dan Young, who were co-offensive line coach. Now, Milt Tillenfer was the lead, okay, of the line. Okay, he's the head coach of that part of it. Where Dan Young was pass blocking coordinator and some other stuff, but they both did it. And I believe Tillenfer did the defensive tackles, maybe some tight end work with them on the blocking part of it. But then Dan did the center and the guard stuff. And to me, if he did that, then you got more eyes in that area that can work and look like this is what you, and you can get more coaching done in that area. I believe if they do that, great. If they don't, then you better go find somebody that's gonna do it.
Like James Hollis.
Yeah, James Hollis. But to me, it's everybody wants. Oh, I got this person. I got this person. You know what? It comes down to 2 things. He's going to stay or he's going to go. Until we know, then nobody knows.
We're supposed to know by the end of this week.
Yeah. Well,
the coaching
that
changes
one guy said by Monday. Well, you know what?
I don't think it's Monday. That's awful.
Me either.
Soon.
I don't think so either. Because, and that my sources says Monday. Well, I don't think so. But my biggest thing comes down to, and everybody's like, everybody after Latif had this great UCLA win and played great. Yeah, he did play great. He played awesome.
But then against the big boys, he looked like a freshman.
He looked like a freshman, and I'm sorry.
He did.
He didn't even mention that in there.
The Tiefels.
All right, that guy did not mention that in his little podcast. I'm sorry. I like Latif. I think he can develop into a good. He needs to put some weight on, first of all.
Yes, he does.
Okay, number one.
Needs to eat some apple
All
pie.
right? But how he played against the elite defense, against Penn State, and Penn State was elite defense to a point. I mean, yes, they had their coaches shake up, but that defense is the same at the beginning of the year and last year and everything else. All right. Yes, their quarterback got hurt and everything else. That's another story. But the thing is, we would have been playing against that same defense no matter if Franklin was there or not, okay? If they're ranked number 2 or they're 3 and whatever going in that game. Really, they're 4. But anyway, Iowa is Iowa. They're idiots. I don't like them anymore. And everything else.
You get it now. It's like when they turned all the TVs at DJ's dugouts to the Iowa game.
Yeah, and I sit there
it's
and
rude.
like, because they're stupid.
Ow!
Okay? I mean, I'm sorry. You cannot act that way until you win a national championship. Until then, shut your mouth.
Have you ever been around Tennessee fans?
Oh, I know.
No matter what, they will burst into that Rocky Top song. They'll sing it 18 times.
Yeah, but you know what? They won a national championship.
Yeah, so they earned it, but they all...
And they had Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And I like Peyton Manning.
Me too.
But
I'm a Broncos fan.
But guess what? Peyton Manning didn't win a national championship for him.
Nope.
The year after he graduated, he did. But anyway, okay, so I can say there's starting to be a rivalry now because my hatred is starting to be there with that Iowa team. All right? No different from Colorado. But my biggest thing is, I mean, say what you want, fans. We could be disappointed. But remember where we just came from, the depths.
Yep, and that's the tough thing.
We are college football. Now, and I don't want to go back.
Dirk Chatelain wrote this. I like to call him Dirk the Jerk. He's always been negative. Even when we were winning natties, he was negative. He put...
Dirk the Jerk.
Yep, Dirk the Jerk Chatelain. I call him that. But anyhow, he put, Nebraska has not exceeded expectations since 2008. Nebraska is Rutgers, but with more merchandise and better merchandise. Ouch.
And better looking cheerleaders.
That's true?
Yeah, that's right.
By the way,
do you know there's a former Scarlet and Cream on the Cowboys team?
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know that until yesterday or Thursday because of my nephew is a big Cowboys fan. He goes, we have a former. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Cool. But anyway.
It wasn't a cheerleader. That when I worked for event staff, on the Ohio State game that was on game day. That was exciting. It was really cool. Got to see Eric Crouch and all that. But I was taking tickets, and this is before I was clergy, so this was legal.
Yeah.
When I was taking tickets, one girl just threw her arms around me and said, #GBR, and kissed me when I was taking tickets, and I think her friend snuck in behind her back. Now that I look kind of back, I think someone got through me, and I did leave that job, so they can't punish me, but looking back, I think that was a ruse to get her friend in, and I think it totally worked. But she wasn't a cheerleader, but she looked like one.
Another thing about Iowa.
But yeah, I had a random girl kiss me for the.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, back in the day,
Here's
before I even started being clergy. So yeah.
Here's another thing I don't like about Iowa. Mm-hmm. They copy us and everything.
Yeah.
No, I'm seriously. Okay, 25 years.
Instead of go Big Red, they go, let's go Hawks.
No, they go Hawks. That's what they are. But anyway, Kirk Ferentz took everything from the Nebraska playbook. Good, because it
He's
worked.
great value, Tom Osborne.
Yeah, he has great value. Well, maybe Sam's. I don't know. yeah, you're great. He is Walmart. But anyway, but the thing is, like, I even watching the Iowa Hawkeyes, guys in their black and gold overalls. Dude, we had those as red and white. Why did you steal that from us?
Yeah.
Everything they had they stole from us. You know why?
They want to be us.
They want to be us. So that's the thing. It's like, okay, that's why they make fun of us, because they want to be us. That's fine. Okay, bring it on.
Yeah.
Okay, next year we got to go to their place.
Got it. That would make it even better to beat them, though.
Yeah.
But that's the tough thing.
Bold predictions. What do you think? I don't know where we're going to go.
I think it's going to be Detroit. I do. I don't think we go to Tennessee. I don't know. And it's going to be off. I would like just the guaranteed rate bowl. That's the thing. It's either Detroit or Tennessee or Las Vegas.
I think it's Las Vegas or Tennessee.
Yeah.
Or Music City. One of those two. I haven't seen anything on the rate bowl.
I'm happy to see us play. If we lose, I'll still cheer them on. I'm going to pay the extra money to get it at home. Usually I listen on the radio, but I will watch it over Christmas break because I'll have time. I am thinking about cheating on my diet. I have really once it got cold, I started craving a cheese Runza with Frings. And my doctor's going to hate me for it. I might get diarrhea from this, but I'm going to totally get maybe a Runza or two with some Frings.
It's okay for one day.
I'm
Watch
thinking
the Huskers.
because it's going to be cold, and if the Huskers do lose, I'm going to need something. But who knows? Maybe we can turn things around, and that's okay. Bowls are anyone's game, and we're running short on time, so we got to wrap it up pretty quick.
All right. Okay, so now it comes down to bowl game. And then
let's get the practice.
Get practice in, and let's
get
just see what happens.
And we'll see what Rule does with who he retains, who he changes. I do think changes are coming.
Yeah, good or bad, and we just got to go with it.
Rule has never stayed anywhere longer than 3 years, and the thing I've learned about teaching and coaching, it's an art, and you got to do it long term. You get better every year, but different challenges happen every year. Mm-hmm. You got to figure out a way, because once you progress, that's great, but people always want more. Rule is waking up to that. He can't escape. He signed the long-term contract. He's done progress, yes, but now people expect more. Is he going to rise or not? I don't know if our fluffy little Ewok, that space teddy bear from Return of the Jedi, if he's going to rise again. But
is he going to be cream?
Yeah.
To rise to the top?
Is he or not?
Or is he going to be skim milk?
I don't know. If he was here, he would talk in his Ewok language going, that's what he would say to us. But and I'm going to call him the Ewok again. I'm going to.
Yeah.
It's been, But it'll just be interesting to see if he has it or not. We'll watch, and I'll cheer it on, and that'll be good, and it'll be good. I don't know, and we'll enjoy these last few episodes. Part of me wonders if my retirement's going to be like a pro wrestling retirement, where it means it's not real or not. But we'll see how I feel at the end of the season, too. But I would like to end on a win. I think this program needs it. But yeah, so thanks for listening. Thanks for spending some time with us. We'll be back maybe for a bowl game pregame special and then a bowl game postgame special. Well, sounds good in a couple weeks? Sounds all right? All right.
Well, till next time.
Till next time, go Big Red.